Hello and welcome to my first stream, everyone. I found this nice game, Loop Hero, while browsing on Steam, and I played the demo for a bit and thought you might enjoy it. So I bought the full game and it got released today, and so I'm going to start a new game. Just for clarification, okay, so the story behind the game is that the Lich King has kind of erased all memories of all places, but I'm just gonna read the little text boxes that appear here. So, the stars in the sky are going out, one by one. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it's too late. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there's absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who's willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. So yeah, this is our protagonist. She is the hero of our story, even though in the game you will only see this little white dot. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. So yeah, that's the tutorial. I already played it in the demo, but I will still look if there are things that are different right now. But yeah, so just a quick disclaimer, I'm playing without music because I don't really fancy getting a copyright strike, and I don't know how strict this studio is with that. And also, I enjoy playing without music. So yeah, I think that's yeah. So up here you can change between the planning and the adventure mode, and then your little figure starts walking around. Hope I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall. If such thing as a night still even exists without a sky, of course. I mean, that's a good question, but yeah. So up here we have the day progress bar, and if it resets, then new monsters will spawn. And so yeah, right now here's a little slime. A living ball of slime, quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Hey, I remember this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. Yeah, so those things are just automated, so I don't really have anything that I can do right now. But I can get these cards. It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in the remains of this thing that's not fully digested. Yeah, so I get the sword. I think I remember that there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories, or do they belong to that slime? So what I get is I get those cards, and they basically upgrade this loop. And now when I walk around, sometimes for example, in this grove, there a red wolf can spawn at the start of the day. And yeah, they're a bit more powerful than the slimes because they can evade my attacks. Yeah, first red wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline, and everything will be forgotten like a bad dream. Or remembered as a bad damn. It's good that nobody is listening. Well, except you are listening. So, first of all, I have a forest that I can place, and it gives 1 attack speed, which is quite good, especially if there are if there are more enemies. And up here you can see that I just got some material, which can later be used to upgrade our camp. But yeah, I mean, you haven't seen the camp yet. And I've just got a better sword. It's a rapier, and it has vampirism and damage, so yeah. And you get those cards. So this one is a rock. Great, so there was a mountain over there, and here's a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are sure sign of that. So basically, if we get resources, they get put in our bag, and if we return to our camp when we are at this tile, then we get to keep all of them. But if we start a new round and have to go back to our camp because we are low on health or something, then we will lose some of our resources. And for example, the rock card gives plus 2 HP, and it gives plus 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. Yeah, so then I'm just going to play a little bit. So yeah, you can also accelerate the gameplay a bit. I think it's time to get some rest. Yeah, so when I've looped around once, I can go back to the camp and get those things. And yeah, it's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both these problems. And now I've got the building tab. And in the demo, it was limited to, I think, like the first 3 here and the gymnasium. But as you can see, there's a lot more that you can build in the full version. And I'm really excited to try it out. So now that I have used all my materials for building, I'm just going to the expedition menu. And I'm going to this path. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst savior of all. Let's do it. So yeah, I'm just fighting against the slime, and as you can see, my rapier is gone now. So yeah, I'm just gonna use this meadow, which gives me 2 HP at the start of each day. And I will probably need that. Well, the slimes are not very powerful, but yeah. So this cemetery is something that I can place somewhere, and it will. There is a chance of spawning a skeleton every 3 days, and also I can get another meadow. And because those skeletons are harder to defeat, they obviously yield more loot. And this is a card I didn't really understand in the demo, but I also didn't see this up here. So, okay, so this means that the boss of the chapter will appear on the campfire tile if this goes up. And I think right now that's not a really good idea because I'm not really well equipped. So let's see. So I got a ring that gives me more magic damage. I heard that you can unlock more classes as the game progresses, but right now I don't think it's really useful to me because I'm a warrior, and as a warrior I don't really use magic, but a better defense is always good. And another slime. What's also interesting is that if you hover over a monster, then you'll see that the fight stops. And so you can take a look at the HP of the enemy or anything. So I've got armor. And they redesigned this. So early on, the armor was up here. And also the layout was a bit different, I think. Okay, so I've got a vampire mansion, and I mostly try to put them on tiles where they don't affect too many of the road tiles. Because what I mentioned, vampire spawns vampires if you fight on one of the affected tiles. And they are quite hard to defeat, especially without a good sword. And yeah, so the slime has 13 HP. And yeah. So now I have a mountain. I'm just gonna put the mountain here. So basically, if you put a rock next to a meadow or a mountain next to a meadow, you get a blooming meadow that heals a bit more. And the reason why I put it like this is that the mountain gives +5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. So if I put rocks around this, it gets a lot more than if I put it on the edge, facing a meadow. And the treasury I can put here. So every time I put something next to this treasury, I get a resource. And especially in the early game, which I played in the demo, it was quite useful because then you get more resources. So I'm just gonna pause and go into planning mode. So the road lantern is really useful because it means that in those affected tiles, only a limited amount of monsters can spawn. And if you have a lot of tiles that buff the number of minions on a certain tile, then it can get quite ugly quite fast. So yeah, that's why I decided to do that. And then let's see. Fighting against slimes. And another rock. Now we can put it here. And as you've seen there, I got another preserved pebbles. And noticeable change and aeration. So as you've seen with the start of a new day, more slimes have appeared. And yeah, so I've got another ring and I will put this one on because, as I've mentioned, I don't really use magic damage. And now I've got an axe, which is definitely better than no weapon. And yeah, here's another meadow. Yes, and beacon means that basically just the game progresses a bit faster. So yeah, I can walk faster and fight faster and generally, but it also means the others fight faster, so it's just an overall buff. And yeah. I mean, I guess another meadow. It's quite useful to put the meadow on those sides. And I think I messed up because you're supposed to put like a 3x3 tile of rocks to get a mountain top, and now I have to start all over again. But that's no problem. I can just put another meadow here. No, the sword is nothing really good. Let's see. If I do that, yeah, the other one just gets destroyed, and that's a better armor overall. And I got another mountain, and I think I'm gonna put it here, just so that I can try to show you how the 3x3 looks. Yeah, fighting against slimes. That's always the same length, no matter how fast I have it. Yeah, so that shield is better than the other one. And now I have to fight against 2 slimes, which means that I will take a little bit more of damage. But that's alright, I still have enough health. And yeah, so I'm just gonna add some more. And rock here. And then let's see. Yeah, so in the beginning the fights against the slimes are not really worth it. And now we get the spider cocoon that spawns spiders on adjacent tiles. And yeah, those are quite nasty actually. So I think I'm going to put those next to the tiles where the beacon is active, so I don't get overrun by spiders. Yeah. As you can see, they do a bit more damage than the slimes, but they also give good loot. So yeah, and I'm just gonna head over to the live chat and see if yeah, I mean 5 people are watching right now, so yeah, I'm just gonna continue playing a bit. It's a bit sad that I'm not able to see the live chat while playing, but I guess that's something that has to come with experience. So I could change this ring, but the one I have has defense, and I really think that magic damage does actually nothing for my character right now. But I can add a grove. So if I add the grove here, if I add the grove here, then the vampire mansion would be able to affect it. I'm not going to do that because, yeah. But I think I'm going to put the cemetery in here, just so that if a skeleton spawns, I can show to you how the vampires look like. Because I think you also get a little bit of story with the vampires, and I think that would be a nice difference from the fighting and walking and fighting. Oh, but from the skeleton, you get really good loot from the skeletons. So I've got this ring that is not only level 4, which is like double the highest level of equipment I have right now. And it gives me regeneration and vampirism. And I think vampirism means that I take, if I do damage to an enemy, I get some of their HP. And yeah. So just another fight against slimes and another meadow. So yeah. I'm just gonna put the meadow here. I really hope that I get some more rocks and hills, because yeah, then I could show you how that looks like. And I've got a battlefield, and the battlefield basically means that wherever you put it, the enemies around it can become ghosts. And yeah, and it also spawns a chest at the beginning of each loop. And those chests can either contain some really nice loot, or they can be mimics, which is, yeah. Which basically means you're dead. Because they are quite strong. I think I only had one mimic while playing the demo, and it was a bit further along the game, but still it was brutal. And see, now I've surrounded the treasury with all those tiles, I got a lot of loot, and yeah, that's quite nice. And another cemetery, and also a really good weapon. So this one does a little bit more damage and gives me regeneration and evasion. So let's see. And this ring would be good normally, but I got this really nice ring from the skeleton I fought. So yeah. Also, some of the tiles can give you other stuff when you pass through it. You might have seen it with the forest, but it also the cemeteries give you that. And what you might have noticed is that there's a goblin camp, and those spawn when you complete like some of one of those quests, like completing a treasury or completing a mountaintop. So yeah, the shield is really good because it also gives damage to all, so that I won't die to all those spiders on one place here. And I could change those rings, but this has a bit more vampirism, but the regeneration per second is really good. So I guess I'll just continue fighting then. So yeah, 3 spiders. I hope I don't die. And I got a shield, but obviously you can compare it to the 4 shield from level 4. And yeah, so I'm gonna put down the rock and fight those other spiders. And I've got another treasury. Okay, so let's switch to planning mode and add another battlefield. I guess I'm gonna put it here, even though that, yeah, I mean, I'd rather have it with the cove spider cocoon instead of the vampire mansion, because those are really powerful. And as you can see here, there is the chest. Back off, human. A vampire, where you lands. If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock, only hundreds of years of emptiness. And hundreds of years of hunger. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long will be able to keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its share. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but you can help me, and I will set this crumbled world right. Right, I'm doing this not for just myself, but for everyone, in the name of good. So be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry. Yeah, so basically I'm not now going to fight against both of them. And I think I'm just attacking the vampire right now. But the skeleton also takes a bit of damage because of this, I think it was the shield that deals damage to all. So yeah, but still you can see that the vampires are really strong. And vampires often owned our lands. They kept the peace and helped our settlements to prosper. But this won't do at all. Now they're just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently the blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone else's life. So this is basically the vampirism that I've experienced. And I'm gonna put down some more of this because, yeah, as you can see, I have a really hard fight coming up with 2 goblins and a skeleton, and I might even have to fight even more once the day finishes. So maybe I can put just a road lantern here to prevent more from spawning. And I'm also gonna put I'm gonna put the treasury up here. I don't know if that was stupid or not, because yeah, I think you can't put anything there. So yeah, we'll see. And just so you know it, oh, stop! Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves. Now give us all you've got. So, you have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first, and then you can do anything you want. Goblin must drop! No other order in the world? Fair enough. Guess I don't have any valid objection here. Oh wait, I do have one. How about... Yeah, and now I fight them. I just hope that I don't die, because that was cool. Would be bad. So, yeah. I mean, I still have some life left. And yeah. Let's see. So, just so you know, I will probably play for about an hour. It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad, and that the world is trying to restore itself. Or that even the apocalypse isn't enough to get rid of some pests. So yeah, I'm probably going to play for another 35 minutes or so, because yeah. And there you saw that I got another resource. And let's just see. So yeah, this ring isn't really good because it lowers my vampirism and my magic damage, but I'm actually gonna take this one because even though it has less, it has no regeneration, it has higher attack and a higher attack speed, so yeah, I should be good. And I would really like to get some more armor because, yeah, right now the enemy level is at 4 and an armor from level 2 will just not cut it. So, yeah. See, even the slime is doing more damage right now. And I've got the armor I wanted, so yeah. I'm just gonna put another beacon here. And a grove next to the other grove. Let's just hope that they don't kill me. And as you can see, those chests are really good. So yeah, the shield is not so good, and that's not so good, but I mean, on the other hand, it has 1.2 points of regeneration per second, so I think I'm just gonna take it. Even, and I think the yellow also means that it's kind of legendary or some sort. Yeah, let's see if we can make it to the camp. I think afterwards we'll have to go back to the bases and start all over. I had really hoped that I could show you the yeah, that I could show you how the 3x3 mountain looks like in this round, but because I messed it up, I think I won't have enough mountains to complete that. And yeah, another red wolf. So let's just see. I mean, that was stupid because I originally planned to go back to camp here, but yeah, I guess that won't be happening. So let's just hope that I survive this round and maybe get some better loot as well. So yeah, please just let me kill those spiders. As you can see, I'm losing quite a lot of health. But the regeneration is really helping me. And yeah, that's just a normal chest, so I should get some really good. Okay, so I got the ring that has level 5, but I mean, those are good, but I really think I need the regeneration, even though in the vampirism, I think I'm just gonna keep it, even though I'm now up in a fight against the vampire and yeah, and the skeleton, and ouch, that will hurt. I doubt I will survive this round. So yeah. Oh, so I got a level 6 mace that has a lot more damage, and well, it doesn't give me as much attack speed bonus, but it gives a nice damage to all bonus. So I'm gonna use it. And now maybe let's see. now that I screwed up, I can just try to finish those. And yeah, let's see if I survive this. I mean, I could also go back to camp, but yeah. So yeah. And now I've got a lot of noticeable change, and I also got a mountain peak, and this gives me a lot of HP, and also it spawns a harpy every 2 days, so that could be dangerous. And I'm even tempted to do something because I don't think that I will be able to survive with this amount of minions ahead of me. but I really would like to get the chest. But I'm just gonna do like the Oblivion card thingy. So, yeah. Okay, so that's how it works. And I'm gonna remove this one here. So now they're still the monsters, but not the ones that are spawning it. And I think I will die. Yeah, I mean, that's quite clear. Maybe. Oh, no, I'm dead. So that I've lost a lot of my resources, but I will still keep some. And yeah, I guess I go back to my camp. And yeah, if I hadn't died, I would have gotten a lot more resources. I can't believe it. Hey everybody, the boy has managed to return. So apparently he is a boy. For me, he looked like a girl, but yeah. I guess that's how it is. Survivors? Does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left in the group, I think. You're not sure? We are not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day, and we instantly forget them they even existed. Almost as if we forgot the place they came from. And our families, and maybe even ourselves. My name is Yota. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I'd managed to return? That means you remembered I was here. Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here. A real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Oh, of course, I'd be very grateful if you could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't understand. What are you talking about? I'm too exhausted, but we'd be glad if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. Well, we weren't joking about helping you. Here are the few things that survive the cataclysm and don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. Okay, so I got just another resources. And yeah, that was a lot of text. I hope you're still with me here. And now we can build stuff. So normally I would have been able to maybe build a herbalist hut or a smithy, but because I lost most of my resources because of the botched, round thingy, I'm just gonna build the field kitchen. And I guess over here is fine. And now there's another one and more text. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. What? You were waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes, 3 onions and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table following the tasty smell of a good stew. So, I guess if I go here I can get some stew. And let's see what other things there are. So to build a gymnasium, so the field kitchen means that I get more healing from the campfire when I'm on the loop. And also there's a new card called the Blood Grove. And a refuge and a gymnasium and a lot of other things that I won't go into because I don't think that they will become important today. But yeah, so I'm just going to go to another expedition. And now there's the expedition menu, and I'm still in chapter 1. And as you can see up here, I have some cards. And right now I have 11 of them. And if I just select the blood growth, I now have 12 out of 12. And I can confirm this. I could also delete like the vampire cottage or something, the vampire mansion, sorry. But yeah, right now I think it's best to have the most amount of cards. So the blood growth means that when I have a forest already, so I think it's a grove, then I can, yeah, then basically if I get enemies down to less than 15% of their HP, then they get devoured. So yeah, I mean that could be good and bad. Maybe it will devour me at one point. That wouldn't be horrible, but yeah. So I'm just gonna start. I'm really sorry that I'm not interacting with the live chat, but yeah, I think there's a delay of about a minute in the live stream. And also I can't see the live chat, so I would have to switch over and just, yeah. That wouldn't be as efficient. So another one of those rings with magic damage. And let's see. So the first few rounds are always a bit like, they take a bit of time before you get your first cards, and then suddenly everything is like there are a lot of suddenly then there are a lot of things that happen at the same time. So I'm just gonna do my thing again with the mountain peak because I really want those extra resources. And I've got a legendary ring, so it gives damage to all and also a bit of vampirism that could come in handy in the first few rounds. Okay, apparently this one is really strong and I just one-hitted that slime. Poor slime. And I also gonna put on this nice and shiny armor. And yeah, well, apparently the slime got stronger. And let's see. So I'm just gonna add a beacon so that I walk faster on both sides of the road, and a road lantern on this side because I will probably put a lot of around here, and then a vampire mansion here. And if I put down the grove, maybe I get a blood grove very shortly. And as you've seen, that the campfire now restores a lot more of my health. And after the second loop, the enemies have a higher level. So I got a shield. It's not the best one, neither it's the worst, but yeah. And another resource. So the Oblivion one means that, yeah, I think I'm going to spare that in case I have another case like last loop where I missed the cozy camp, because yeah, I now understand how this card works. And I'm just gonna add the blood growth here, and let's see if it has any effects. Yeah, so at the moment I'm quite strong, and I'm stronger now with this sword. And yeah, so let's see. And another shield, and this one has equal defense, but it gives me a bit more evasion, so I'm gonna take it, obviously. And let's see, maybe we can get a nice, even nicer sword that's not just basic, and or we can get a ring. Yeah, but because I have this really big, really good ring, I don't think that I will upgrade my ring very very soon. Oh my god, that's... How did I get a level 4 shield? I guess I slipped there. I really enjoy the Blood Grove card. I'm gonna put the Cemetery here because that increases the chance of enemies spawning in this area, and I really want more of this. So the shield has a lot higher defense stat. I mean, it has a defense stat and the defense stat, and I'm not sure why, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna take it. I mean, 16 defense is not bad for loop 3. What I think it's really interesting that I haven't gotten that many cards yet, except for like the forest and the cemetery and stuff like that, because normally you'd expect to get a lot more of those cards like mountains and rocks and meadows. So my HP are still a bit low. And as soon as I'm saying this, I get another mountain. And 2 meadows. So yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take that, even though it reduces my counter. It doesn't have a counter stat, but it just doubles my extra HP. And that's nothing you can frown upon. And yeah, let's just put all this in there. And let's hope that I get some of those 3x3 blocks. Yeah, that's nice. The more mountains, the better. I mean, right now I'm just fighting against slimes. But I guess, yeah, those shields are nothing compared to the one I have. But there is actually, I nearly missed that weapon there. Yeah. And I'm gonna put another meadow down there. And let's see. Now, yeah, and it's dead. And I really think that this gives really good items because look at that. Okay, so I now got a level 5 ring and level 4 armor, and that's good because I really needed that. And let's see. I'm just gonna put it here. Then I have like this street of cemeteries. Just because I hope that I get another Blood Grove and can put it here so that it affects more of those tiles. And also I get a lot of resources from that. I hate fighting against spiders. Oh, and maybe I should have told everyone about those, that there would be spiders in this game, because I know that a lot of people are squirmish if they see spiders, because, well, a lot of people are afraid of spiders. But I think they're really stylized, so they shouldn't be too bad, I think. I hope so, at least. And now we have the mountain, and that gives a lot of resources, which is good because I'm really sad that I lost all those resources. And let's see. Okay, I'm attacking the vampire first. Probably not the best idea. I mean, if I had attacked the slime first, I could have gotten rid of it really fast. But on the other hand, the vampire would have been able to hurt my hero for longer. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna put those up here. And I've got the first goblin camp. Great. Yeah, so that's basically the same shield but one level down. And another slime. I mean, the most interesting part, I think, is like the story and like building your own dungeon. And yeah, the shield, no. I mean, that is a really good ring, but it only gives you regen and no damage to all, no evasion. So I think I'm gonna pass, actually. And I think that's the last round on this loop that I'm gonna do, because, yeah, I don't think that with my current buffs I'm able to withstand it longer. So basically, if you unlock more buildings in the base, then you can get things like potions, and you start with weapons and all of that. So yeah, but this ring actually isn't any better than the one I already have. I would say it's probably even worse. Oh, this one is feisty. Oh, and it's living, and it has a soul. That's really interesting. I guess they put it there because you get... Oh, now I realize why I'm so weak, because I still have a level 2 weapon. um, and I guess now my stats are better. Yeah. So I've read that later on they get powers. So you basically get have magic. They can do magic and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put another spider cocoon right here, because I'm going to go back to my camp after this round. As you can see, I'm still a bit weak. And let's see, so the attack would go down a bit, but on the other hand, I get a really good evasion bonus, so I'm just gonna take it. And down there, I don't know if you've noticed it, because the window for the fight popped up, but here there's a ghoul. It flew from the mountain. It got over to here. So yeah, let's put a mountain over there. And for spiders, I think I'm gonna die again, probably. Oh no. I think it really was wise to invest in those evasion thingies, because now that I get I could evade most of the attacks, and yeah. So let's see. Maybe if I can get a stronger shield is like the next priority. And I'm quite low on health, but I guess it's still manageable. But I really need to go back next round. So I'm just gonna put the vampire mansion over here. And stop when I'm... Okay, so there's another slime, and the ghoul appeared behind me, so that's at least a bit of... that's at least something. So, yeah, I'm just gonna place some more mountains and meadows. And then I'm gonna return to camp. Okay, so yeah, I think that's quite the decent amount of resources. So I'm going back, and there's a lot of more text. Another success, you've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's good to be back, but I'd hardly call it a success. My old memories of the world are gone. The past is empty again, and there's only darkness everywhere I look. Interesting. So, technically, you remember that there are things you have forgotten. We should find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy this place up. It's time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have all sorts of craftsmen, from cooks to alchemists, but they all need a place to work. But we can't use the materials from around here. You turn away for a second from a branch or a stone you've just found and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. The materials that survived your trip always look suitable for building. But these are just stones and splinters. How can you build something with them? Curious, huh? I noticed this with the fire you've made. The things you obtain somehow infect everything similar with stability. Only in small amounts, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden wall exist without constant supervision. Okay, so I think the text was a bit delayed because we already built something. Um, And I'm just gonna go and see if I can build something more. So it looks like I don't have enough materials for any of those, which is quite a shame. And yeah, I think I'll have to go again on an expedition. So nothing has changed. Oh, chronocrystals. Crystals that are able to refract not only the light of the rising sun, but the passage of dawn itself. Doubles the effect of the day passing on adjacent tiles. Okay, I'm definitely gonna take that, but now my deck is oversized. So I'm actually gonna remove the vampire mansion because I don't really enjoy fighting against vampires. So yeah, let's see. I might even just like finish some rounds because it's quite late already. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I don't, I can't really, I can't really focus on the live chat as I've already said. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And killing some more slimes and a nice ring that might make it so I won't die, and some armor. Okay, and yeah, you can only add new things when you're not currently fighting. So I'm gonna put down a treasury over here and a mountain over here. And then I'm gonna put down some meadow here and a cemetery. So yeah, this ring is worse than the other one that I had. So fight slimes and a grove. So I think I'm gonna put the grove over here so that I can put the blood grove if I get it in. Let me show it to you. Oh, I should probably equip the weapon. And so I'm just gonna put this one here. And so if I can get a blood grove, I can put it here so that it can affect all these tiles. And I hadn't tried out the blood grove one in the demo, but yeah. Spiders. And another meadow. Let's see. I'm still missing so yeah, I can't put them on top of both, but I'm gonna add them like this so that I can put like all kinds of stuff there and just limit the amount of baddies that can spawn there. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause this a bit so that I can focus on building a bit more. I think I'm gonna put the mountains in a 3x3 grid like this, so that I can put a meadow like this and still get the blooming meadows, so that I only need 2 rocks or mountains to put up here. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't really enjoy fighting against the red wolves, but well, what can you do? And I got an armor. Ooh, that's really good. So at least I probably won't die really fast. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing that I died in the first round after the tutorial. Oh, just gonna drink a little bit. I mean, after a while, your throat gets a bit sore. No. I mean, it would be really stupid to equip this shield. I think my brain just for a second didn't function properly. I mean, do you know that when you're playing some kind of game and suddenly your brain just stops working and you're just staring at the screen and don't know what you're doing? So let's see. I mean, I should get some good loot right now. Okay, yes, so there is a blood grove, and I can put it here, and now you can see that it affects a maximum number of tiles. I think you cannot get one of those that affects more than 7 tiles, because if it would affect 8 tiles, then you would have like this really teeny tiny loop, and that wouldn't really work. Okay, so I probably need I need 4 more stones to complete this, and 2 more things to complete that. I mean, I really want to complete this one with stones, so because I think if you put meadows there, they won't be blooming meadows, and I really want to use all of the cards to their full extent. But yeah, I mean, I should just go for it and get a bit extra health because I have regeneration. So a bit extra health means that it's not too bad to lose the damage to all. I mean, as you can see, at the moment I'm regenerating a lot of the damage that he's doing, and I only have had a level 1 weapon, so now I can do a lot more damage with this pole arm. And let's see. And it also gives me a lot more defense. So, okay, and I got some more groves. I mean, I should really do at least one more round after that one because I'm nearly finished with this one, and yeah, I really want to finish those because yeah, as you can see, they give really a ton of, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for the option where I put those there because I want all the materials. And of course, now I get a rock. Let's put down the battlefield over here so that it stacks with the effects of the there. Okay, so this one gives less defense and it has magic damage to all. I'm just gonna keep the shield I have right now, or is that? I mean, that one is actually better, even though it has less defense. It has a really high evasion percentage, so yeah, you get what I'm looking for. And yeah, so I just need to survive this one round. Fingers crossed. And I can add those up here so that they become blooming meadows and I get more okay, so as you can see, I'm still not taking a lot of damage, but yeah, so mountains and mountains. I'm still not sure what to do with the Oblivion cards. They're probably more for cases in which you have in which you can see that you won't be able to defeat the minions on a tile in front of you. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, just a red wolf and oh, I mean, I'm just gonna take that one. It gives a little bit more extra HP. And let's see. So this one has higher defense stat, but yeah, I'm gonna keep that one, even though this is 2 levels higher, because the regeneration and the evasion is quite powerful. Oh, I should have placed that beforehand. Oh, but now I can get like this chrono crystal. Doubles the effect of a daze passing on adjacent tiles. I mean, I can just put it like here, and then I will have to fight against 2 skeletons, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, I just spawned a ton of extra enemies. But I guess that's okay. I mean, I won't fight too much on this loop anyways. So, yeah. Let's just see. And I got a ring, and it basically is, yeah, I will have less regeneration, but I've got a lot of vampirism, so if I fight, I get more. But actually, I'm gonna go back. I mean, I could fight longer, but I'm a bit tired already, and I think I'm just gonna retreat with my resources, see if I can build something else, and then call it a day for the stream. So let's see if I can build anything. And apparently the answer is still no. So I really need a lot more than of stable metal, and I need more food supplies, and I also need more from the, yeah, I need more stable metal and food supplies. But yeah, with that, I'm just gonna switch over to the live chat to see if anything is happening right now. But yeah, I mean, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe if you leave me some feedback that you enjoy this kind of video, then or this kind of stream, then I'm gonna do it again. And so yeah, see you next